A good Tuesday. It is comedian Yael Meisels with the breaking Jewish Illuminati news. We would like to send a thank you to the Hamajeans in Pakistan for their loyal service to this Illuminati. And Mrs. Hamajeen is getting together her Shavuos packages. So any member of the Jewish Illuminati who would like her to include baklava, please let her know if there are any nut allergies and or sensitivities, or if you just do not like nuts. Thank you, Mrs. Hamajeen. Moving on to Jewish Illuminati news that is relevant to both old and new members. Remember, we have grandfathered some people we were able to save from the old Illuminati, so we have grandfathered those Illuminati members in. We have exciting news that as God melts the North and South poles, the leviathans have hatched, and they are swimming around the poles. They are about yay big, very, very cute. We're so the leviathans, it's, we're not entirely sure of what they're going to look like. We have an idea. It's something like if like a water horse and a dragon had a baby. We're being told that the leviathans are intelligent. They will only attack if they are commanded to do so, again, by God. They have no opinion. If you choose to see the leviathans, this is more relevant to our Illuminati members closer to the North and South Pole as of right now. If you are to see little balls of fire coming in the water, that is the baby leviathans. If you want to feed the leviathans, what we would suggest is giving the leviathans sardines from a can. As we were told thousands of years ago, they were given cheese before fish. And it turns out, so even though the leviathans are more or less meat eaters and they enjoy fish, they do appreciate a good Gouda. The leviathans, they do like cheese, but it can't be their first meal because the protein is very hard on the stomachs of the leviathans. So we ask that you give them fish or turkey before you giving them cheese. So that's exciting news. The leviathans are here as we move forward into the Messianic era. This next piece of Jewish Illuminati news does not affect the members of the Jewish Illuminati that came with me from headquarters of the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. So listen, to the old members that we have graciously grandfathered into this here Jewish Illuminati, you have to understand the cabal, the formerly known, before we were the Jewish Illuminati, we were the cabal. You've heard of us from the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. We still have the cats. The cats are the felines of Zion. Just because we've rebranded, we are still that cabal from that horrible book. They're just not accurate in that book. Anywho's, we don't worship Satan. And see, since God has destroyed Satan, there is no longer a Satan for the old Illuminati to worship. All that said, we here at the Jewish Illuminati did make the announcement on the conclusion of the Sabbath of the destruction of the Satan. We had a private service yesterday. God really didn't know what to say. I offered to say, the Tehillim, Psalm of King David as, they walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And I was like, well, that doesn't really apply here because the Satan was destroyed. So he's not walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And and that was basically his former place of employment, so like, he's just destroyed. We said nice things. The Psalms of King David in this particular circumstance were not fitting. A lot of them talk about destroying evil. Yeah. So anyway, why do we bring this up in the breaking Jewish Illuminati news this evening? So some of the old Illuminati members, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, they're struggling, it's like, for lack of a different term, imagine someone, God forbid, their Nana died, and Timothy just can't accept that his Nana died. So they keep calling the Nana until the phone company terminates Nana's phone number. There's no Satan, deities, or higher being than God now for them to answer to. And it's just been some confusion for the old Illuminati members. So we would like to clear that up in spades. We are really looking forward to the Shavuos extravaganza. We have baklava packages. And, a question that, one of the old Satanist Illuminati members asks, what they're getting out of it. If you are still breathing, you're very welcome. The Lord says that is a gift. And some people are going to be held accountable at a later date. We here at the Jewish Illuminati, people have asked us, well, are we supposed to make human sacrifices? As we said in orientation, we are not a human sacrifice establishment. That is not God's way. We're very sorry. So instead of a human sacrifice, should you want to eat a banana, say a blessing of Hadama on the banana and viciously take a bite. It's like quitting smoking. That'll be your banana sacrifice. We really want to drive the point home, to the old Illuminati members. We here at the Jewish Illuminati now, before we conquered the old management, we infiltrated for a long time. We saw there was no other option than to destroy most of you. So we did that. We have messages to address from the skinwalkers now that Satan has is no longer with us. The skinwalkers said in their pamphlets nothing was mentioned about housing. We here at the Jewish Illuminati, we did not manage the skinwalkers. That was Satan's job. We were not aware housing was a need. We have decided to grant funding for housing for the skinwalkers. We were told that when the Beis Hamikdash stands again in Jerusalem and the Messiah is revealed and the dead is resurrected, the skinwalkers will no longer be entirely invisible, and they will need shelter in the wilderness. So we have granted funding for the skinwalkers to have housing. And, we will talk about budgets at a later date for other monsters, but that's all we have going on to report to you this evening, this here Tuesday night. I, again, am comedian Yael Meisels, and that is your latest up-to-date Jewish Illuminati news. Oh, and one more thing. It's really the foundation of the Jewish Illuminati isn't what we do for you. It's more like what you now do for us. And for the old Illuminati members, your dues are due. And we are going to add penalties and late fees to those who do not pay the membership of the Jewish Illuminati. And we don't want to hear about payment plans or anything like that. We saw the books from the Satan. You all have plenty of money. So if you choose to be in this here Jewish Illuminati and live, it is time for those membership fees to be paid just, immediately, as if, like if you didn't do it, you were going to face the wrath of God prior to not having the opportunity to do the things you want to do, like live. Anyway, so yeah, send those dues, send those fees. And again, it's really about what you're going to do for the Jewish Illuminati and how we're going to grow together. Wishing you a great night, and go with God. And unless you're bad, you're in trouble. And have a wonderful evening.